Good evening, everybody. Today we are going to see a very important topic on Atma Jnana. That is, know how do we add or release karmas in our day-to-day life and how to tread in the righteous path of attaining moksha, salvation. So, we already seen that when we are born in this world, we are not brought anything. The Atma has taken this physical body at the time of birth. And when we leave this body at the time of death, the Atma leaves this body here itself. It doesn't take anything with it after the death. So we are not brought anything, we are not going to take anything physically at the time of birth or death. This body is only a carrier of Atma. At the time of birth, the Atma takes this body, and at the time of death, it leaves this body. After the death means what? When Atma lives, the body is only a caricature, it's like a wood, it can be burnt. It is burnt or buried, that's all. So, though we have not brought anything physically, then what is the purpose of this birth? Why the Atma is taking this body? So when we make an Atma Vicharana on this important aspect, we realize the truth that when we come to this world, we have brought certain karmas with us. And we take the birth in a particular family. As I told that Gopi story, first he was in a filthy slum family, later on he takes a birth in a spiritual family. This is what Bhagavad Gita also tells us. So we take the birth in a particular family, in a particular environment, we face certain ups and downs in life. All is based on the past accumulated karmas. There is a path to release all our past accumulated karmas. So everything, it's a well designed thing by Lord for each and every person. So the soul waits in the astral plane to take a particular body which suits it to release its karmas. In such a way, the Paramatma has created the evolution of Atmas. So this release of karmas takes place. Then, first, before you talk about karmas, so as I told you, the type of the souls, the financials and relationship problems, the ups and downs in life, and a wealthy family, a poor family, a spiritual family, unorthodox family, whichever type of situation a soul takes birth, it all depends on its past life karmas. And even when it born in a filthy environment, it can fine tune just like Gopi, it can fine tune and go in a spiritual path. So this kind of things, what the Atma Vicharana and Atma Jnana knowledge ones who gains through this kind of videos and other things, one can emancipate themselves even when they are in the unorthodox life. They can fine tune and make this life itself a right path, to take the righteous path also. That is the thing. Before we proceed on that, we should know what is karma. So karma actually means, in Sanskrit, karma means action. So whatever actions we do, this is called karma. These actions are of three types: the neutral action, the positive action and negative action. What are neutral action is just like an animal, what other living creatures does. So up to animal life there is no karma, because animals, what they do, they eat, they procreate and they give birth to child and they take care of the child and they die. This is the nature's acts. So it eats, it walks, it answers the nature's calls. All these things are all neutral acts. So there is no accumulation of any karma for neutral acts. And what are the good positive acts? So whatever you do to the good of the people who are not in their mandatory duties, you good to the people, you think good, you do good for the people. This creates good actions. These good actions will accumulate create a good environment for you to take in a right place of birth. So a person comes take birth in a wealthy family, he has good knowledge, he has spiritual background. All these things is because of his good acts of the past. And what is the next thing is bad acts. So whatever you do with selfish nature, for your selfish aggrandizement, in the process, you inflict damage to others, and for your selfish aggrandizement, such kind of acts are called bad acts. So this bad acts only creates karmas for you. So these karmas accumulate to this soul. So each the Atma is bound by these karmic factors. So you have taken the birth to release these karmic factors by doing our duty to ourselves, to the souls with which you are bonded. What is the duty? So how do we release our karmas in our day-to-day life? Next is, so we release our karmas by doing our duties. To whom? To ourselves. That means what? Right from birth to death, we have got duties. As a child, as a student, you got duty to gain good knowledge, attend to the class, follow the instructions of your guru, and gain in you good conduct, good character, and shape yourself as a good citizen. So these are all the duties which you are bound to do as an individual for yourself. And as a youth, you have to take care of yourself in gaining good knowledge and skill to take good employment, good earnings, and thereafter you take the role of a father, husband, and but each and every role what you play, you should play perfectly and do your duties with whole love and affection. So these are all the duties which one should do to themselves till the last breath. So these duties are one thing through which we release our karmas. And the other duties is to the souls with whom we are bonded. So our duty towards father, towards mother, towards brother, towards sister, towards wife, towards husband or children, all these things. These duties we have to do with total dedication, total involvement, with full love and affection, without any attachment, without any expectations. These duties are to be released. So when you do all these duties, while doing these duties, you may come across so many ups and downs due to financial relationship problems, all these things. So you have to realize the truth. When you do the Atma Vicharana, you realize the truth. These are all only the path, the negative paths which you have accumulated in the past, that is getting released. How do we add new karmas? So in our day-to-day life, when we are doing an act, we come across situations where because our sensual conscious mind and the buddhi is a sensual conscious mind, it gets attracted by the external pleasures, external objects, external people. So that creates a desire in your mind. The desire, when it goes to ego level, the desire, it wants to fulfill the desires. So once one desire is fulfilled, the another desire burns, then greed comes in. So desire, greed, lust, avarice for power, all these things is created because of the buddhi in the sensual and the ego conscious level of mind. When these are satisfied, it gets happiness. When it is not satisfied, it gets, when it is could not able to fulfill, it gets self-anger, self-dejection. So it creates a fear in them. So shyness, all these tamasic gunas create in them. These are all the negative gunas. This creates karma to you. And when you face failures in satisfying your desires, when you feel that these failures are because of somebody's acts, then you get anger on them, you get hatredness, you get jealousy, you want to take vengeance against them, you want to take, with a cunning and crooked way, you want to take vengeance, and you only get happiness after taking vengeance against them. So this kind of negative infliction on others by your acts that give satisfaction, these are all bad karmas that accumulate to you. So in our day-to-day life, we come across these kind of situations where without our knowledge we accumulate bad karmas for us due to tamasic and rajasic gunas. This is the way through which we act. So how do we release our karmas without adding new karmas? So in our day-to-day life, whatever acts we are doing, we have to release our karma, means we should not get attached to it. If you do not want to get attached, what you have to do is you have to fine-tune your mind. You have fine-tune your buddhi. So for this only we need to practice this Atma Vicharana and Atma Samadhi Dhyana. So when you take the Atma Samadhi Dhyana, what happens? Your buddhi from sensual and ego conscious level, it goes to Atma and Supreme conscious level. When it goes deep inside, it remains in a supreme. When it remains at supreme level, it realizes the truth of cause for happening of various events in our life. And these negative events that it faces in life, the Supreme Soul guides you. Oh, this is path of release of karma, don't get attached to it. So he gives the necessary strength and advice. In the depth of the silence inside you, you are a Vajda God, I told you. He gives, with his voice, he gives guidance to face the situations successfully and peacefully to complete it and release the karmas. So by that way, when the mind is mature enough, when the buddhi is kept in the supreme conscious level, then what happens? Whatever events, like past negative events when come across, immediately the supreme consciousness will guide you. This is path of release karmas. Don't get attached. You just face the situations calmly, patiently, diligently, dedicatedly, and see how you can overcome it and how you can cross that hurdles successfully. By doing that way, you release your karmas without accumulating new karmas. So how to create a good environment to release karmas? As I told you, some people are born in good family, a spiritual, environmental, orthodox family, whereas some people are born in filthy family. How this Atma takes in different places is based on the past accumulated karmas. So, if one has to create a good environment to release our karmas in this life, so what you have to do is, while doing your duties to your family, this is mandatory duties which you cannot avoid. If you avoid, you accumulate bad karma. If you do, there is no accumulation of good karma, but it releases your past karmas. So your mandatory duties you should not avoid. Whatever mandatory duties you have to do to your family, your office, all these things you should do perfectly with total dedication. But while doing this duty, you get an opportunity to help others, either by way of helping through sharing your wealth, or sharing your knowledge, or sharing your labor. So by which you can extend your help. Suppose a old man want to cross the road, you just help him to cross the road. This is also a great service. Suppose a person who is in deep trouble, you can extend him some by way of money to get good education in his life, or for his health treatment, or anything that kind. So share your knowledge. So by sharing knowledge, your knowledge grows. At the same time, the other persons also grows in spiritually, materialistically, so that you contribute for the well-being of the others. So this kind of sharing of knowledge, sharing of wealth, and sharing of labor, by which two people who are not in your mandatory duties, by doing that, what happens? To people whom we have to do mandatorily, it releases your karmas. It will not accumulate new karmas. But people who are not in the mandatory duty, like your neighbors, your people in the society who come and seek your help, poor and needy people who come and seek your help from you for educating their children, for health treatment, or anything of that kind. You can help an orphanage, an old age home, where they need support from people having the philanthropic thought. So by doing this kind of service to humanity, you create a good environment. These are good actions. These good actions, what happens? It creates a good environment for you. It is the dharma is what you do. It creates a good environment for you to release your accumulated karmas faster. So by this, you realize in the day-to-day life, you see that you do not accumulate bad karmas. See that you create good environment for you by doing good to others, and see that you release all the karmas in your day-to-day life without accumulation of new karma, and creating a good environment for you, so that you release all karmas and treat in the path of moksha at a faster rate. So practice this, do Atma Vicharana every day in our day-to-day life, and see that you treat in the path of moksha at the earliest way by following the theory of karma, understanding the theory of karma, and following the practice of Atma Samadhi Dhyan, and see that your buddhi remains equanimous under all circumstances. Whatever duties you have to do, as a father, as a son, as a husband, as a wife, as an employer, as an employee, or whatever profession one follow. That is, one may be a policeman, one may be a doctor, one may be a IAS officer, one may be a politician, one may be a father, son. By any profession, any duty one does, it should be done in a purely, legally, ethically, morally, in the righteous path. If this whatever profession, whatever things you do, if you do it illegally, unethically, immorally, then you accumulate bad karmas. So you have to always do whatever profession you do. Whatever money accumulation is not important. You should not accumulate bad karmas for you by misusing your position. So you have to see that whatever work you do, whatever money that you earn is not matter. See that in a day-to-day life, you do the services, you do your duties, you use your power, your position to do your duties in a morally, ethically and a legal way, so that you release your karmas without accumulating bad karmas. So understand this. Everything happens, only you can know what is the situation you face in your life and how you see that you don't accumulate bad karma, you release your good karmas. According to situation, you analyze, you do Atma Vicharana and see that you move in the path of righteous way to achieve moksha by releasing all your karma. Practice this, do Atma Vicharana at every moment of your life and see that you achieve success and peace in your life. At the same time, release your karmas and move in the path of moksha. Thank you.